Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and I make art videos, and for today's video I'm going to show you all what my studio looks like in 2018. Welcome to my studio. I'll give you all a quick overview to start with. I am standing where the door is, so I will start on this side. So that door there is where you come into my studio. And then here I've got my cupboard, and my cupboard is mainly used for storage. I use the right hand side semi-regularly, but up the top and on the left hand side I don't really use it. It's mainly just to store things that I don't really need to access at all, or very rarely anyway. So that's why I don't mind having this light in the way of that door. But this one I use, you know, on a regular basis. So basically I just store paintings that I've finished or canvases and surfaces that I haven't painted on yet. So at the top of the shelving unit, this is where I store some of my larger drawing pads, because I have this kind of thin area here that I can't really use for much, but I figured it was a good place to put these. So I have some large drawing pads, some slightly smaller ones, but I still can't really put them anywhere else, so this is a really good spot for them. I've also got my old coloured pencil case here that I don't really use anymore. It does have my old coloured pencils in it, but because I have a new set of Faber-Castell Polychromos that I got almost a year ago now, I don't really use my old pencils. So they are just kind of here for now. I'm not really sure what to do with them. And then on this shelf I have my smaller paintings and canvases. So on the right hand side I've got finished paintings, and on the left hand side I've got blank canvases and surfaces to paint on. And then on this shelf it's the same kind of thing, but it's just a bigger shelf. So I've got finished paintings on the right and blank canvases or paintings that aren't finished on the left hand side. And then on the bottom shelf I currently have packaging supplies on it. I do eventually want to have paintings on this one as well, just like the other two shelves, but I do need to find another place to put these supplies, which I will probably be putting in my art desk drawer. I still haven't completely organised that though, so at the moment these are just here, but that will probably change sometime soon-ish maybe. And then at the very bottom I actually have some paint palettes. So I've got a watercolour one on the left and just standard ones on the right. And if you're wondering where I got this shelving unit, I got this one from Bunnings, and I made sure to measure this area before I got it just so I knew that it would fit, and I'm really happy with it. So that is awesome, and definitely helps with storing my smaller works, because I like to work on smaller surfaces, and if I didn't have this shelving unit here I would have a lot of wasted space. So this was a very good purchase. I have this light in the corner for when I need any additional light for filming or streaming. And then over here next to my art desk is my art trolley, and this is really good for art supplies that I use regularly. Because it's open I can see what I need and it's just there and easy to grab. So on the top shelf I have all of my acrylic painting supplies. So I've got my acrylic paints, I've got my paint brushes that I use regularly, jar of water and some paper towel. And then on the second shelf we've got my paint palette. Underneath this is my Peerless watercolor palette. We've got my Faber-Castell Polychromos. I've got some cling wrap, some masking tape, some varnish. This shelf is kind of random, but it's things that I use pretty regularly. So yeah, I don't like to fill these shelves up too much, otherwise I lose track of what's in there, and if things are covered then, like, you know, I'm more likely to forget about it or miss it or something. So keeping these relatively minimal helps. And then on the bottom shelf, this one is mainly for drawing supplies. So I've got my little pencil case with my most used pencils and pens. And then here I've just got a lot of drawing pads. This is my apron for painting, and then I've got my Surreal transfer paper there. So yeah, this one is mainly just for drawing supplies. So that's pretty much my art trolley. And then next to my art trolley is my art desk. This is where I make most of my art. I've had this desk ever since I was a kid. This was the first desk that I got and it's still good, so I still use it. It's a really good size. I don't feel like I'm cramped or anything. So yeah, it's just like a standard desk. It's got 4 drawers. I'm not going to go through them today because they are not properly organized. A lot of them just have lots of random stuff in them, but I really do need to organize my art supplies and stationery and stuff. That's probably going to go in these drawers. I also have a sheet of plastic, I guess you'd call it that, to protect the carpet from any paint splatters and stuff like that. I've got a bin underneath there for rubbish. And then on my desk I have this like protective thing. I've had this, I think I've had this since I got the desk, so I've had it for quite a while. And then I've got like a piece of MDF board here just to protect the desk from any paint. I mean, it doesn't really matter if paint gets on the desk, but I guess if I ever want to use the desk for something else, it'd be good if it's not covered in paint and art supplies. Over here I just have some ornaments. So I've got a mini glasshouse candle that I really should burn soon. I've got my glitter skull candle, which I will probably never burn because I think it looks amazing and I don't want to ruin that. I've got a little pencil sharpener. I've got some fake plants. I believe these ones were from IKEA, and these just brighten up the room, and I like having things around me that I like. So I don't know, I just think it looks cool. And then I've got this little guy here that is actually a pencil holder, but I don't really use him as a pencil holder. I just think he looks really cute. So he just sits here on my desk. And then over here we have my desk easel that I absolutely love. I've been using this one for about a year now, probably a bit over a year. I think I got it like early 2017. But yeah, this is just amazing. I much prefer working at this angle, and I use it for basically everything. So painting, drawing, whatever I'm working on. This was just like a cheap desk easel that I got from like a $2 store. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't like expensive or anything. So I've been very happy with it. It is by Montmartre, if you're wondering. And I do have this panel here as well for if I'm working on drawings, and also if I'm working on smaller paintings. Otherwise, if I'm working on a large painting, I won't use it. And I have these clips up here for when I am drawing, if I need to like clip down a sketchbook or just some paper or whatever. I just have a sketchbook on here at the moment. But yeah, I really love this desk easel, and I just like having the extra desk space by using a desk easel. Like with a normal easel, you would need to have like a trolley next to you or something, which with my trolley, I actually pull it around and put it like here, so it's next to me. But I like having my trolley and, you know, this desk space. So yeah, I'm really happy with my art desk. I don't feel like it's too small or anything. I don't feel cramped, and if I ever do need more space, I can like move my ornaments and stuff. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. And then next to my art desk is my computer desk, and this is actually a new desk. I got it the other week and I am extremely happy with it. The desk itself is from Fantastic Furniture, and it is called the Como Corner Desk, I believe. If you watch my vlog channel, I did show the desk in one of my vlogs, and like the whatever you call it, the sticker on the box, so you can actually see what it's called. But yeah, so here we've got my iMac computer, and it's glaring heaps so you can see things in the background, but this is an old iMac. I got this back in 2010. It still works fine, so it does the job. That's what I mainly use for editing my art videos. I have a glitter lamp here that I sometimes have on. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it here. We will see. And then I've just got my mouse and keyboard. I've had this Nextbyte mouse pad for years. I think I've had it like since I got my first computer maybe, which was a long time ago. So I've had that for ages. I've got one of my SD cards there. This is an external hard drive that I use for editing my videos. So rather than putting all of my files on my computer that only has 500 gigabytes of storage, I store it all on the external hard drive, and it just makes editing easier. I don't have to constantly delete files and that kind of stuff. And then here, this is the microphone that I use. It is a Blue Yeti microphone, and I use it for voiceovers or for when I'm streaming. And then this is just a bunch of stationery stuff that I have. The actual holder itself was something that I made at uni in ceramics class. And then I've just got like pens, highlighters, pencils, scissors in there, things that I use somewhat regularly. And then over here, this is my extra monitor, and I don't use this for my computer. This is just for gaming. So if I want to play games in my studio, I can, or if I want to stream games in my studio, I can. This was just like a cheap monitor. It was on clearance. It is by Acer. I got it from Officeworks, and if you're wondering the model name, that is it right there, and you can actually see me as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the monitor. I got it a lot cheaper than it normally was, and the quality is pretty good. It's not like super amazing, but it does the job. And then behind the monitor is my capture card. I have the Elgato HD60, and I've just got all of that plugged in for when I want to stream. And then next to the monitor, I've got my Nintendo Switch, which I absolutely love. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that. And then we've got an additional light here. This is good if I need more lighting for filming or streaming. And this section here actually kind of pulls out like that. And I actually rest my webcam on top. It's a really good spot to put it. So depending on if I need light or not, I have it turned on. But if I don't, then I use it for like a webcam stand kind of, so that works well. And then this little cable here is a Ethernet to Thunderbolt adapter, because my laptop does not have an Ethernet port. So if I want to stream from my studio, I need a direct internet connection, otherwise it just won't work. So this does the job and it works, so that is awesome. And then here, this is my printer. This is an Epson XP432. It's not like an amazing printer. It does the job, but it is also a scanner. So I use this to scan my smaller works, and if I need to print things like reference images or just other stuff, it's good for that. It's definitely not good enough to make art prints, but just general printing is good. And then down here we have a little open space in my desk, and I've just got some like streaming stuff in here. So I've got my Switch case, the Joy-Con cradle, this is a USB hub, and then I've got my webcam plugged in as well. I have the Logitech, I think it's the C922 Pro, I believe. And then back there, that is my Wii U. And I haven't managed to set it up properly yet. I was like, oh, maybe I can also stream games using my Wii U. But I tried to do it the other day and it wasn't working, but I didn't try it anymore. Like I just couldn't be bothered. So I was like, you know what, I'll figure that out later. So I haven't set that up properly yet, but hopefully I can get that working. If you do want to follow me on Twitch, you can. You can just find me at Maree. I mainly stream Nintendo games, or sometimes I will do art streams, but at the moment I'm liking the gaming ones, so go give me a follow on there if you want to catch any streams. So that is pretty much my computer desk, and I guess streaming desk as well. In my computer drawers, I mainly just have electronics because my desk is full of electronics. I thought that would work well. So I've got my old Wacom tablet, and then a bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to go through all of that. And same thing with this drawer. I just got old electronics, old gaming stuff. So I've got my old Game Boy Color, some old DS games, my old DS, some really old Nintendo game things that I had as a kid. So yeah, stuff in here. I don't really use it very regularly, but it's just like electronic stuff. And then next to my desk, I've got my camera and tripod. You will notice I've got a balcony out there as well, so I can open that door. I don't open it very regularly or go outside very regularly, so I don't mind having things kind of in the way, but I've got it so if I want to go outside, I can. So I just keep my camera here because it keeps it out of the way basically. And I have a Canon EOS 600D camera. I use a Manfrotto tripod. I don't know what model it is. And I also have a ring light attached to the tripod, and I don't use the ring light as much as I would like to, just because it runs off batteries and I don't like having to recharge the battery all the time. I'm afraid that I'm going to run out of power and have to like stop and recharge it, and I don't have a spare battery for it. I know you can power it by cable, but I don't have one, and I looked into it a little while ago, but I couldn't find out like what cable I needed. If you guys know of like a cable that will charge this ring light by plugging it into the wall, please let me know. That is the model, what is it? It's the FNV HDR 300, and I think that's where you'd plug it in. So if you know a charging cable for this, please let me know, because that way I would use it a lot more. And I do use a charging cable for my DSLR as well, because that's what this cable is. Basically, I film art most of the time, and I'm generally filming for a long period of time, and it's really annoying having to change batteries. So I got this. It is an AC adapter, and it just plugs into the battery section of the camera. I plug it into the wall or the power board, and then I can just film for as long as I like or can. So yeah, that was a really great purchase, and I'm so glad I decided to get that. So that really helps. That might help other people trying to film art stuff using a DSLR camera. And then here we have an easel. I don't really use this easel just because it's not the style that I like, but I do keep it because it is my grandfather's easel, so it has, you know, I guess sentimental value to it. So I mainly use it for displaying things. So I've just got one of my Ice Cream Girl paintings on here at the moment, and I don't know, like it fits in the room, so I don't feel the need to kind of remove it from my room. If I have to one day, obviously I can, but I will never get rid of this easel just because it was my grandfather's. And then over here I have a little storage trolley thing. On the top we've got some just paper for my printer, and then I really need to organize this. I haven't done that in ages. I'll do a quick overview for you. So in the top drawer I've got pencils. I think I've got some pens in here, like charcoal stuff. There's a compass, mainly kind of like drawing stuff. In this one I have a bunch of empty Lush containers because I like to use these for paint colors that I've mixed up with acrylic paint so that they don't dry out. So I need to wash these ones, and then I'm able to use them. Here I've got paintbrushes, some fabric paint, some watercolor. Here again I've got some watercolor, some pastels. These are my Peerless watercolors that I really should replace on my palette. Some of the ones on my palette have completely run out, and these are the replacements, so I really should do that sometime soon. This drawer here is quite crafty. I've got glitter, I've got glue, washi tape, sticky tape, fake pearls, some string, that kind of stuff. In here I've got my oil paint supplies, which I literally have not touched in years, so I really should go through all of these drawers. In this one I've got some storage container thingies, some fabric paint, some empty Lush containers, some other stuff like that's a clear sealer. I might have some other mediums back there. And in this one I've just got, again, random stuff. So I've got some sanding paper, some metallic pencils, watercolor paints, some other random stuff. So yeah, I really need to go through these drawers and organize everything. And then over here, this is mainly my display area slash bookshelf. I won't go into too much detail, but basically I've got a lot of books down here. And then here I have a bunch of things on display. A lot of these things mean a lot to me, or I think they just look really cool. And hello, you can see my hand. So yeah, that is that. I've also got some wigs up there, and this little one down here is one that I don't really want in here. It mainly has like makeup stuff on it. I just don't know what to do with it at the moment, so that's kind of just there, although I don't like having it there. So yeah, anyway, that is my studio. By the way, this is my Ethernet cable that runs through the house so I can get a good internet connection in my studio. Anyway, my battery is now flashing, so I really should go, otherwise it's going to cut out on me. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all next time.